What up, guys? This is Wild Rocker here, and this is part 3 of the Mortal Kombat 10X, as many people know it, discussion. Now, this just came in onto my Facebook and my messages, and the picture that you see right now is of my PlayStation 3, and of all the people that are asking me questions, whether it be on PlayStation 3, or Twitter, or Facebook, or YouTube, or so on and so on. So these are all the friend requests that I have had just recently in a couple of minutes. And I appreciate you guys for doing that for me, and I really thank you for being there and asking questions. Now, as for this section, this is mostly speculations. Now, we don't know this for sure, but we're asking why is this such, why is this a big deal to everybody? So our first speculation is that we had a fan on Twitter of MKX wondering why Johnny Cage, out of all people, had relations with Sonya, which, I really can't get, to be honest, either. But anyways, figuring that they had a child and a daughter, he wanted to know do you think anyone else in the series would have a child, such as fucking Reptile maybe, or Shiva, having some weird hybrid baby or something. I don't know. I'll shut up. But anyways, we don't know. We have no idea. So the only thing we do know is for Sonya and Johnny, they have a daughter. So I really don't know on that. Another person asked me earlier. They said, "What the hell happened to Dark Raiden?" That's a good question. I really don't know what the hell happened to him because, I guess with the whole changing of the era, where the world was kind of fucked because Raiden accidentally fucked it up and, pretty much admitted it. And he was like, my bad. And he tried to fix it and even made it worse, which is kind of weird because in the ending of that story, it turned out to work, and I don't know why that happened. And that's another thing. A lot of people think Liu Kang's dead, and they think he's killed off. Okay, Ed has mentioned that this game will continue from the story of the campaign. Okay, the thing is that everyone thinks Liu Kang's dead. He's not fucking dead. If he was dead, why the hell did they take him when they teleported everyone out of there? He's not dead, and even if he is, we all know, and this is the golden rule, guys, of Mortal Kombat. No one fucking dies in Mortal Kombat. Seriously, no one does. They don't. And they might kill him off if they have to, like Dairu, but that's because Ed personally hated Dairu, And just because you haven't seen Havoc or Cobra or Kira in a while doesn't mean that they won't make, a comeback. I mean, hell, we did see some cameos of them in MK9. We've seen, and that's another thing, too, as for using the same shit. I mean, that Melina fatality, that pose of the second Melina fatality is the same exact one as Kira's. Anyways, which pisses me off. But, we've seen cameos of Kira, in the background, in Shao Kahn's arena, and so on and so on. So, you never know. But as for Dark Raiden, I don't know if we will see him. I don't think we will see him, to be honest. But they said it'll continue over to the story, which, if you want to be technical, maybe this might, tie into MK4. Because a lot of people are speculating that Shinnok, or, maybe Shao Kahn again, maybe, because the whole thing's changed now. But they still think Shinnok is the main boss, the badass of badassery that you have to fight. Which, maybe, maybe not. I really don't think that he will be the boss, the main boss that you have to focus about. I think it might be somebody different or completely new. Now, a lot of people, I just got another message about Cyber Subby. They said, what the hell happened to him? Well, because a lot of people did not like him, which, for me, I figure, hey, what's another new robot? We kind of needed an update on the robots anyway. We lost one, which we were supposed to get, which was Smoke in this game, or in MK9, but, we had Cyber Subby instead. But, I mean, either way, it doesn't really matter. I mean, we're going to get new characters regardless, we already do. Well, anyways, as for Cyber Subby, I really don't know what happened to him, but Ed has mentioned that all these Sub-Zeros are like different versions of Sub-Zeros. Now, the ones that we know now, which is Bi-Han and Kuai Yang, obviously they were brothers of the, together of the Lin Kuei. Now, he mentioned he got really kind of confusing on this because he said something on the lines where, every Sub-Zero you see is different. It's not the same Sub-Zero that you once knew. So maybe the Sub-Zero that we're dealing with now is a totally different Sub-Zero, like from the past or from the future. We don't know. As for the costume, this is my own opinion. As for his costume in this one, I'm sorry, but I'm just going to say it. It looks fucking sick. I mean, seriously, I love it. And I don't know why, because I haven't seen him since Armageddon, but he kind of reminds me of Chameleon, the male Chameleon. And I guess it's because of the pattern and the detail in the mask of the costume. I don't know. But anyways, I love that design. That design looks fucking awesome. I'm sorry, but I just had to say that. That's like my nerdgasm for the day. Anyways, so and these are all speculations and questions people want to know, like such as in the ending of Jade's ending in MK9, what the hell happened to that girl that Jade was that when she blacked out, visioned in her dream? Was she just a random person? Was she? They called her the girl in the purple dress. And we don't know if Ed's going to continue on from there, or if she's going to actually be a playable character. A lot of people thought that it was a girl named by the name of Talia, and we don't know what the hell is going on at this point. We know a little bit, but we don't know enough to like, oh my god, great news. And other people on my Twitter have been asking, what the hell happened to Blaze? Wasn't he like the one being? And what happened to him and his parents? Did they die off? Because of what happened, and the destruction just end, and he is no longer existing? And didn't they say if the one being was destroyed, wouldn't it mess up the whole time of reality? So if that story made sense and the conquest mode of that game was true, or I'm sorry, let me find the real term for it, was what's the word? Not legit, but anyways, real. Not cameo. I forget what it's called, but anyways, if it was the real thing, okay, and it was canon. That's the word, canon. Then wouldn't everyone pretty much be dead? I don't know. So as for the spirit, I guess you want to call it, because he doesn't have a physical form of the one being, where does that take place in the story? Are they ever going to mention that again? Because I haven't heard anything from that since Armageddon times. Another thing that people have been asking since, between the whole division between Armageddon and MK9, and they want to know in MK10, is what the hell happened to Onaga as well? He was the original emperor before Shao Kahn was, and took over. And, a lot of people are wondering, what the hell happened to him? Was there, how it keeps going back into history, because we all thought, Shao Kahn was a big badass. And then it turns out there was Onaga before him, and we're wondering, and then it was Blaze, and then we're wondering, was there something else before that, or after that? We don't know. And a lot of people have been asking, especially in this game, they think that Rico might make a return back because he didn't make it in this MK9 version, and the same with Fujin as well. Now, I understand why a lot of people think Fujin's coming back because of the sound clips that they heard that was supposed to be in MK9, but I guess they took him out at the last minute. I'm not too sure on that. But a lot of people think Reiko is supposed to come back in this game, because it's supposed to be taking off, connecting with the story. So a lot of people expect some of the MK4 characters to come back in this game, which we're not too sure about, because the only characters that we've seen that we know of is only Scorpion and Sub-Zero. We could have a whole rooster of freaking people that we don't know, and Ed only said that these are the characters that we could show. Okay, and we get that, but the thing is that they're starting off completely fresh, so we don't know if we have a whole freaking rooster of fucking new people. We have no idea, and they just kept Sub-Zero and Scorpion. We don't know. And as for the main boss, a lot of people are speculating on whether to be Shao Kahn again or Shinnok. Now, if Shinnok is actually the boss, let's say hypothetically he is, I don't want him to be no fucking, his average height, same, like take an example, like Scorpion Sub-Zero, average height. No, he was a fallen elder god, okay? If he was to be the main boss, the main badassery guy, and that you had to fight, then he should have some, unfair advantage like Shao Kahn did. I mean, for God's sakes, even back in the day, Shao Kahn would fucking shove you and shove you and shove you, and you were just like, God damn it, get the fuck away from me, and because he was a boss, and hopefully they have something like that in if Shinnok's the boss, because I don't want it to be easy challenge like Goro and Katara was for MK9. That was just fucking ridiculous. And I mean, they could up the AI a little bit on the sub bosses for that, and hell, even the main boss, to be honest, because all he would like to do is shove, and it was really predictable. But anyways, so I hope they do something like that. I hope they, start to blend, like in the old, like if you're a real MK fan, you remember MK mythologies, and you remember Shao Kahn or Shinnok's true form, and he was a gigantic fucking demon. Maybe on like round 2 or something, if he's the boss, he could turn into that and like go ape shit on you, be like, oh, watch out, like fucking crazy. As for the other new characters, which was Farah and Tor, which is kind of like a tag combo, so to say, I'm really not surprised that they did something like that, because they did it a long time ago in Deception with Noob, Saibot, and Smoke. And, back in the day, it's Noob, Smoke, and now it's like Farah and Tor, and it's like, they kind of already did that, but I see how it's different, then because you're comparing two characters to two totally different characters as well, and we don't really know these characters yet, so we can't assume anything. We're just speculating on the idea. Now, as for Farah, which is the little girl that rides on top of the back of Tor, she's got to be annoying as shit to deal with running across the screen. I think that would affect me as in paying attention to the main guy, which is Tor, trying to whoop my ass and crush my skull. Because she's, Farah's just running around, get me distracted, like, calm down, bitch, like, she's just, like, she looks like she's, like, on crack or something, like, had a sugar rush, and she's like, ay, and she's running around and stuff, which maybe they made her on purpose like that to get you distracted from the main thing, which is Tor. So, and I know in different fighting styles you can use her, as part of your combos or, fighting. And then there's other times where she's just running in the background and she does, like a cheerleader practically, like they said. And, and it's just literally just you, as Tor. And, she has nothing to deal with it. So maybe not. Maybe, maybe that might affect some gameplay as for paying attention, and maybe not. I don't know. So... But yeah, it's been. I mean, as for the game itself, I'm nervous to see what they have planned, and I really shouldn't be nervous. I should actually be more excited than anything. But with the whole Injustice and MK versus DC and everything, that really just it's. But I get, I know why they made it. They wanted to do some spin-offs, and I get that. But I mean, I don't really want to go into detail on that. But anyways, as for speculations, the other speculations that these people on my Twitter and on my Facebook have recently just posted on there, so I felt like I would give you this cannot talk, give you guys this information and let you know and everything. And as I said, once I get new information about this game, I would definitely let you guys know ASAP, and I will be publishing more videos than ever before, because I'm nervous to see what they have planned for this game, but I'm also kind of hyped a little bit. I'm not like extremely hyped, but I am hyped. I mean, hey, it's a new game. So, I want to see what I'm really curious to see what they're going to do with this game. So I want to know, is it worth buying? And I want you guys to know that as well. Is it worth buying? Is it worth paying like $60 or $80 to fucking, do this or, order it? So I'm trying to fill you guys in on the latest information and let you guys know, and to let you have an opinion and to let you, decide upon yourself, whether you should get it or not. Because I'll be deciding that too when next year when it actually does come out. So anyways, I'll let you guys go, and you are free now, and I will let you guys know on the latest information about the upcoming game, and the next information that I get, I will definitely be posted on here. So this has been a Wild Rocker, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.